afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Laughing Place's latest edition of Disney Vacation Insights. I'm the site's co-founder, Rebecca Mosley, and with me from MEI and Mouseband Travel is Heather Groden. Heather, and am I saying your last name correctly?
Yes, you are.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to say welcome to Heather.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. Happy Friday.
And then I'm going to say congratulations.
Yay! Thank you. Thank you. That was fun to see that go up today.
Yeah, so our friends over at MEI Mouseband Travel are celebrating their Star Club advisors for this past year, and our very own friend who keeps giving us helpful information here at Laughing Place is among their 10 stars. So I thought I'd give you a little shout out there.
Thank you. That was a fun surprise today. So thank you. I'm glad you saw that, and thank you.
As those of you who follow us on Laughing Place know, it is a busy Friday. Not only do we have Jeremiah over at Epcot, but a little bit later after we're done here, we're going to have Mike Celestino coming to you from California, because 2025, man, we got a lot going on. Let's look, Heather, at what we've got on the West Coast. Lunar New Year, celebrate gospel. What are the highlights for you when you're thinking, Disneyland vacations?
Okay, so my favorite is always going to be Food and Wine Festival. I still prefer Epcot Food and Wine Festival, but what I think is cool about Disneyland, that Lunar New Year celebration, they don't do that in Florida. It's the only place you can do it stateside. And it's so much fun. If you've never been, it's very small. It's just, a few little food booths and a couple of special events, but it's just magical, I guess. Like it's not anything that you've ever seen at Disney before. The food is fantastic. They do this really cool parade with like the Chinese dragons, and Mulan comes out, and they have some special merchandise. I love it's probably my second favorite festival of all Disney festivals.
And since you did mention that Food and Wine on the other coast is a favorite right now, it's the Festival of Arts. This is a really brief festival.
It's by Epcot standards, it's small. It's like a month long, which Epcot likes to have their festivals for 6 months and then go right into another one.
So this one will end like the last week of February.
February 24th. I just looked that up because I was working on some things for my clients that are going during this time. So it's February 24th. I will say the Festival of the Arts, I think, is the most fun festival that Disney does. Like there's so many interactive things that you can participate in and help create while you're there, which I think is cool.
So we've got the festival, and then Flower and Garden will start March 5th and last until June. And then you got a little bit of a break. And then in August, we've got Food and Wine. So there's all types of events going on at the Disney parks here in the US. And we wanted to share with you some of the current special offers happening. And so Heather, I'm going to let you tell people what's available as they look at a Disney vacation.
Well, Disney World especially started the new year off strong. They were just like, oh, it's January 2nd. Here you go. 3 offers for you to check out. I think the big one, everybody has been waiting since 2019 for this to come back. Free dining came back. So if you are vacationing from May 27th through August 6th, select nights, not all nights are included in this, but in that chunk of time, you will get a free dining plan with your Disney resort stay. And depending on which level of hotel you're at will determine which dining plan you get. So value and moderate resorts will get the quick service dining plan for free, and the deluxe and deluxe villas will get the full Disney dining plan for free. And I think that this is probably the most popular discount Disney offers. People clamor for this. They'll change their vacation dates for free dining.
And to let you all know kind of what that entails, you can there's a nice little graphic here per night on the quick service. That means 2 quick service meals a snack or non-alcoholic drink, and then the resort refillable drink mug. For the other plan, it would be a quick service meal and then a table service meal, and then your snack or non-alcoholic drink and a resort refillable mug. And almost all of the restaurants throughout Walt Disney World are included in one way or another with this.
Mm-hmm.
Some of them may ask for like 2 table service because of the elevated dynamics of it. I want to say some character dining.
Yes,
Well,
if a restaurant is considered a signature restaurant, Disney considers that, like you said, elevated. It's a more special experience. So it's either a fancier restaurant or maybe it's a character dining. Those will take 2 table service credits. And there you can look that information up on Disney's website before you go and make your dining reservations. But it's a lot of food and you will not go hungry.
And just to be clear, there's plenty of character available just
with
the
just
single
one
table. For example, right here on the image that they share, they have Roundup Rodeo Barbecue, which I still haven't been to.
I haven't either, but I'm veggie, so I don't know that would be a place that's good for me. But Satuli Canteen, which is the one quick service meal that you chose, I love that restaurant. The food is delicious.
Oh, agreed. And it's interesting within the Walt Disney World vibe. It's it's not the burger, it's not the chicken strips. It's
healthier. I mean, I don't want to say healthy because that sounds bland, but it's like veggie bowls or like a chicken bowl. Like it's delicious.
And I miss living so close to Walt Disney World because there's just such an amazing array of restaurants to try. And I know sometimes Disney World vacations, you kind of get locked into the mentality of I've got to squeeze as much park time as possible out of my trip. And one of the things I find with this dining deal is that all of a sudden you feel like, oh, wait, hey, maybe I can rethink, maybe I can kind of refocus how I'm taking my Disney World vacation. Maybe this one will be more about kind of dining, more about changing up my pace. So I'm hitting the park, I'm squeezing my fun out the park, but then I've also booked one of these restaurants that's at a resort or Disney Springs in the evening.
Yeah, it kind of forces you to slow down, right? Because you know that you're going to have at least that one sit down meal that's going to take an hour or 2 maybe. And so it kind of forces you to take a break. And the great thing about that is that this deal is over the summer. It used to be in the fall, but this year they're offering it in the summer where it is disgusting out. It is so hot and so humid in Orlando that time of year. You get to go enjoy the air conditioning and have a really good meal while you're doing it.
And once again, want to remind you that you can receive a free, no obligation quote when you visit Mouse Fan Travel or give a call to one of their travel planners. Visit the website, find out information about Mouse Fan Travel. There are travel partners. Heather actually helps book our Disney travel when we go here, there, and everywhere within the world of Disney. But yeah, no, I know the free dining, that is exciting. That booking window is currently open, but it's listed as ending in February. So if you're thinking about that Disney dining, reach out to them soon and find out about how it can fit in with your trip and all the possibilities that it can bring for your Walt Disney World.
You have to eat anyway. Don't you want to eat for free? I would like to eat for free.
Exactly. A little later, I'm going to use this this dining plan as a way to kind of showcase maybe a different look at a out of the way resort. So
yes.
stay tuned for that. What other offers are out there currently, Heather?
Okay, so I know I said free dining was the most popular, and that is true, but that doesn't mean it's the best offer. There's also a room discount available. And sometimes with the free dining, we get so caught up with the word free that we don't realize that we're paying full price for our room and tickets. But if you do the room discount, you can save up to 30% on your rooms at Walt Disney World. So any of the Disney resorts, up to 30%. Obviously, deluxe and deluxe villas have more of a savings than the value resorts, but it's essentially the same time frame, May 1st through September 30th. So that's why you want to book your trip with Mouse Fan Travel, because we will go through all the offers out there and pull the one that has the best pricing for you, whether that's the free dining or the play, stay, and save that's still out there, or this room discount. So we have a lot that we will compare, and we want to get you the best price so you don't have to do it.
And I know over here on the West Coast, they've got a few of these savings as well with booking the room. So we don't have a dining plan out here.
No, they never did. I think it's just the different, hi Doobie. I think it's the different clientele, right? The West Coast is a lot of locals that come, and they're never going to use a dining plan. So maybe it doesn't make sense at Disneyland, but I've always wished that I would use it. I mean, even Aulani now has a discount out too. They just released that last week. So
oh, wow,
wherever you go in the world of Disney right now has a discount.
Oh, that's okay. That's fantastic. So be sure to reach out to our friends at Mouse Fan Travel so that they can help you get the most for your Disney travel dollars. And speaking of dollars, you guys have a special offer right now.
Just we do. So to add on to all of those discounts that we just talked about, and the fact that it doesn't cost you anything extra to book with us, we're also going to give you money for booking with us. If you book your Disneyland or Walt Disney World vacation with us by February 28th, we are going to throw into your package up to $250 in a Disney gift card. So you will then have money to spend on your trip for anything you want. Some Mickey ears, some snacks that weren't included in your dining plan, but it's our gift to you for you booking with us.
So once again, want to remind you that you can get a free, no obligation quote when you visit Mouse Fan Travel. There are travel partners here at Laughing Place. Heather, I want to take today to kind of showcase an off the beaten path resort. Our family recently had the opportunity to stay at one that's really off the path, and that's the Fort Wilderness Cabins.
Did you stay in the new cabins?
Yes, we did.
How did you like them? I haven't seen them yet.
I liked it. I'll be honest. It had that new cabin smell, which I wasn't as much of a fan of. But the cabin itself is delightful. But one of the challenges of being there, and it forces you to kind of change your pace of your trip, is that it's not just a simple access to your cabin, right? You're getting on a bus, and then that bus is taking you to the loop where your cabin is, or you have a golf cart that you're taking from here and there throughout the resort. But there's another resort that I find that has kind of a similar change of pace, but isn't quite so rustic, isn't quite so isolated. And that's the Saratoga Springs Resort. And with this dining package out there, I thought it might be fun to talk a little bit about it, because this resort, believe it or not, you may not realize it, but it is super conveniently located, I think, to Disney Springs, because the one area of it that's called, it's over by Congress Park. You can see here from Google Maps, I looked, it's a 10-minute walk from there to the boathouse. And I think of the boathouse as kind of centrally located, kind of within that whole big stretch of Disney Springs. But not only that, I was reminded today as I was investigating this, because of my thoughts on it, that the grandstand area of the resort, the Disney Saratoga Springs Resort, it's similarly distanced from like Splitsville STK, because there's that nice little bridge walkway at the northern end, or I guess western side of Disney Springs. So I thought maybe we could share with people just a little bit about kind of the pros and cons, kind of the beauty, and maybe a little bit of the challenges that would be selecting Saratoga Springs as a resort stay What do you think, Heather?
Well, I love Saratoga Springs. I actually own DVC, and one of my resorts is Saratoga Springs. So I'm a big fan of it, but I do get pushback from clients because they feel that it is a very large resort and it's not near the theme parks. And both
Mhm.
of those things are true, but I think that is the magic of Saratoga Springs. It's built around a golf course, and you don't feel like you're at Walt Disney World. Like you genuinely feel like you're on vacation, and there's so many activities for you to do there that you could spend 4 or 5 days and never go to a theme park and not feel bored. So this is the place that you're going to stay where maybe you don't have park tickets. Maybe you just want to come and stay at a hotel and do something different and slow down and really relax. That's the beauty of this hotel. It's also really nice, even if you do want to go to a theme park, because it's an all villa resort. So there are larger accommodations that have up to 3 bedrooms. So larger families can stay here, and it's not that expensive by Disney Deluxe Resort standards.
Juby is going to point out that one of the more challenging as far as getting access to the treehouse, because they're so popular, they tend to be challenging to book. But if you want a unique stay, the treehouse is an amazing design. It is a singular structure that's like you enter through a stairway up into, and then the room itself is laid out in like a circular shape. So when you first enter, you're entering into the like the living room space, but then off to the right is your bedroom, but then you continue on and there's your bathroom, and it's this really kind of interesting design, and it's right on the water's edge. So
it's super nostalgic too, I think, for Disney fans who maybe went to Walt Disney World when it first opened in the 70s and 80s when they had the Disney Institute. Saratoga Springs is the old Disney Institute, and they had these tree houses that you could stay in, and then they fell into disrepair, and then they kind of revived them, but they were for cast members. And then Saratoga Springs became a thing, and Disney took those tree houses back and made them for guests. And so if you remember going to Disney when you were little and seeing those tree houses, now you can go stay in one.
Kyle points out that Congress Park is his favorite section, and Doobie is he actually met up with me. I was over at Disney Springs, enjoying a meal at the Hideaway, and he was working at the Springs, and he wandered over and met up with me for a bit before he had to go back. He was actually doing some business meetings over at the Springs, and so it was nice. I got to play at the Springs while he was working back at Saratoga Springs. I was at Disney Springs playing, he was at Saratoga Springs working. Another lovely design element over at Saratoga Springs is this running trail. You can run, it's like there's a 1.5 mile path, or there's about a path that's about a mile that marked out for you. If you're somebody who likes to get up in the morning and go for a jog, or in the evening go for a jog, you've got that over there. They've got tennis courts that are complimentary. There's no fee involved in utilizing the tennis courts. As Heather mentioned, it's adjacent to a golf course. And they currently have a really nifty offer with the golf courses. It's just 9 holes before sunset, and depending on what time of day you're coming, they give a little chart here of when that is, but it can be as low as $39 to just do 9 holes of golf, use a golf cart, and then you get 2 round of beverages, either alcohol or soft drink, depending. So a nice little kind of taste of golf in the midst of your vacation.
And out of the heat of the middle of the day.
No, exactly. Saratoga Springs also has 2 pools that have fun stuff.
Well, they have 2. Okay, so here's my thing with Saratoga Springs. They have a ton of pools because it's a big resort, but like you said, they have 2 main pools, but they also have 2 other smaller pools that still have fun stuff that are like, usually quiet pools are just a rectangle, but here it's like their quiet pool looks like a race course with like horses that spray water and stuff. It's insane. There's so much fun.
So, and they have one of my favorite, not only quick service, but sit down dining locations there. The quick service artist palette.
Mhm.
I love their pastries there. They have a lot of fun playing off of the horse theme. If
Yes.
you like horses, by the way, the lobby artwork featuring classic, like, favorite Disney horses, you got to see it. Even if you don't
Mhm.
stay, you got to go check out
Pretty,
the
yeah.
lobby of the
Mhm.
Saratoga Springs for the beautiful horse paintings.
There, I also like their pool, how there's a big waterfall in their pool, but it starts up top right outside the quick service and kind of just flows down, almost like Wilderness Lodge. It's really pretty.
Exactly. So, like I say, this is one of those resorts that I feel like people overlook because, as you point out, rightfully so, it is a bus trip away. I mean,
It's not close to a theme
it is
park.
it is not close to a theme park, but it is really well situated to Disney Springs. So if you're thinking about maybe changing up the pace of your trip a little bit, maybe kind of getting out early and tackling the parks for a while, during that morning and into the afternoon, then going back to your hotel, relaxing, enjoying the pool, enjoying kind of more of recreational dynamics, the
Yeah, this is
basketball
a
court.
hotel that you want to stay at where, like, when you want to do activities at the hotel. I hear
Mhm.
so many times from clients, well, it's just a place for me to sleep, but they don't have to be a place for just a place to sleep. These Disney resorts offer you so much, and I think Saratoga goes above and beyond that. There's a spa there. There's a full service spa. It's probably the best spa on Disney
And
property.
oh, unfortunately, it's still not
Oh, is it
hasn't
still
reopened.
closed?
Yeah, it still hasn't reopened. It's so sad. I agree with you. No,
Retract.
but I agree with you that it was, yeah, no, it was popular and I loved it and I hope it comes back. But yeah, no, it still has yet to return. But the turf club there, it's got that really nice golf lounge
Mhm.
vibe to it, but yet you don't feel uncomfortable just kind of being in resort wear.
No,
You
it's
don't feel
very
like you
laid
have
back and
to
it's
dress
very
up.
quiet. It's
Yeah.
located in the back, almost like nobody knows that it's there, and the food is
Mhm.
delicious.
Yes. Yeah. And Brussels sprouts, some really great
Mhm.
Brussels sprout appetizer there. They've also got typical bar foods because they've got a lounge right there with pool tables. So just there's a really casual, comfortable vibe over at Saratoga Springs. So if you haven't given it a look, give it a look. Prepare yourself that you're not going to just fall out of your bed into the Magic Kingdom or fall out of your bed into Epcot. It's not like Heather's favorite beach club that's like centrally located to everything.
Walk to everything. But I think that if you want to go on vacation to Walt Disney World and come home relaxed, this is the hotel you want to stay at. You're not like you're going to take a breath and you're going to enjoy the pool and it's like you're just really going to relax a little bit versus constantly at the parks.
Oh, so once again, as we kind of wrap up here, I just want to remind you all right now there are various savings and wonderful deals to be had out there. Our friends over at Mouse Fan Travel will help you navigate what's out there, find out what's kind of the best fit for your needs, what you're looking for in a vacation. There's the room rate discounts for Walt Disney World and over at Disneyland. There's the dining plan, the free dining plan at Walt Disney World. So yeah, be sure to reach out to Mouse Fan Travel. We made it, Heather. Heather and I have been trying to schedule this a few times now, and
For at
various
least
things have
three
gotten.
times over the last week and a half, and something always seems to happen.
We are grateful that we were finally got together, had a chance to share with you these fantastic, um, fantastic offers. And yes, Juby, we did congratulate Heather on her top 10 uh,
Thank you again.
award. We will see you all very soon for more Disney Vacation Insights here at Laughing Place. Bye for now.
Bye.